Chapter 366, I Will Die With You Too. He grabbed his arm, and with madness in his eyes, he reattached his broken arm to his shoulder. As his flesh squirmed, it actually temporarily healed. After doing that, he grabbed Songshi's headless corpse and a strange shuttle landed in his hand. Sky-piercing shuttle, there's actually such a treasure. How did you hide this? Seeing Songshi's body disappear, the Sky Demon Saint was driven mad. He gritted his teeth and said, I don't believe that I can't deal with you. He activated the Purgatory Demonic Furnace and released destructive flames that surged towards the revived Song-Shi. After the latter revived, he looked at the sky-piercing shuttle in the Sky Demon Saint's hand. This is troublesome. I've lost the treasure again. If I'm trapped again, I won't be able to break through to the sky and leave. He dodged the flames and circled around to kill the Sky Demon Saint. Just a little bit more, die, his center body turned into divine light and shot out. In an instant, the void split open and was actually torn apart by Song-Shi. Under the Sky Demon Saint's fearful gaze, he pierced through the flames that filled the sky and charged towards the Sky Demon Saint. Swallow! The Sky Demon Saint grunted. The Purgatory Demonic Furnace shone brightly, and flames soared into the sky, transforming into a huge furnace that caught the sword light that Song-Shi had transformed into. Buzz! The Purgatory Demonic Furnace trembled violently from Song-Shi's attack. Rings of energy ripples spread out continuously, shattering mountains. The Sky Demon Saint spat out a lot of blood, but he braced himself and did not kill Song-Shi. He quickly formed a seal and suppressed Song-Shi, who had exhausted all his strength, into the Purgatory Demonic Furnace's purgatory space. After doing this, the Sky Demon Saint's body swayed as if a gust of wind could blow him over. He looked at the Imperial City and transformed into a shadow that shot out. Lord Demon Saint. When Mon Venerable Yuhua saw the Sky Demon Saint's appearance, his heart skipped a beat and he was shocked. Who could beat the Sky Demon Saint to such a state? Could it be Song-Shi? That was too unbelievable. The Sky Demon Saint did not care at all. He plunged into a certain part of the Imperial City like a shooting star, disappearing in a flash. His current state was extremely bad, even worse than when he had just escaped, because his body was about to collapse. It's all this shameless person's fault. He actually beat up my supreme demon body that I've cultivated for tens of thousands of years until it's on the verge of collapse. The Sky Demon Saint was incomparably furious. Once his demonic body collapsed, his own foundation would be destroyed. This was something he absolutely did not wish to happen. At this moment, he did not dare to stay at all. Otherwise, once someone discovered the problem, many people would probably gang up on him. He had to think of a way to leave. This world was not suitable for his restoration. He had to find something suitable for his restoration, or maybe even return to the heavenly demon world immediately. Break! He had come to the heavenly prison. Due to the impact of the war, the array formations along the way had long been exhausted. Their power was gone, and he could easily break them. The Sky Demon Saint arrived at the bottom of the 8 gates of Spirit Suppression Array in one breath. He grabbed at a huge 8-trigram diagram and tore it apart. After the dazzling 8 trigrams diagram, a pitch-black spatial crack appeared, as if it led to an unknown world. Wisps of purple-black airflow that were different from this world kept overflowing. This was demonic ki. It was similar to spiritual ki, but its stats were completely different. It was an excellent item for Sky Demon Saints. The Sky Demon Saint opened his mouth and sucked in. The demonic energy accumulated in the spatial passageway was crazily devoured, and his collapsed body finally calmed down. It feels good. I haven't absorbed demonic energy in a long time. The Sky Demon Saint let out a long breath as he stared at the broken furnace in his hand. The spiritual ki in this world has dried up. There's no need to stay here for the time being. Let's go back first and get rid of this trouble along the way. With that, he stepped into the spatial rift and officially returned to the heavenly demon realm. To soul transformation cultivators, the spatial passageway to transmigrate between realms was still very dangerous. However, at his level, it was much safer. Not to mention that this was a relatively safe passageway as well. He had even brought an army to relocate here with this passageway back then. He forced Demon Venerable Wuxia to attack the Imperial City because he wanted to consume the array formation here and leave safely. Demon Venerable Wuxia was willing to attack because he wanted to send him away back to his realm, after borrowing his strength to destroy Great Qian and become the ruler of the country. The two of them had mutual needs. Normally, things would go very smoothly. However, Songshi's appearance had interrupted their plans. Now, he did not have the time to care about Demon Venerable Wuxia. He had to leave first. Inside the Purgatory Demonic Furnace, the 5 fire dragon snakes bit Songshi's head and limbs, suppressing him in the sea of fire. They did not destroy his body to prevent him from reviving. I hate being suppressed the most. Songshi realized that he could not struggle and thought to himself, Ragnarok can escape, but looking at the surrounding fire snakes, Ragnarok could easily get rid of this restrictive method. The problem was that without the sky-piercing shuttle, he could not leave this space. He frowned. Only after death can I be resurrected outside. I hate that I don't have enough means. If I had known earlier, I would have comprehended the Void Sutra more. Perhaps I could have relied on myself to break through space and leave. Songshi sighed. However, he knew that the Void Sutra was not so easy to comprehend. The difference between his realm was too great. He might only be able to comprehend it when he reached the Soul Transformation realm. Just as he was about to use the Heavenly Demon Disintegration technique to kill himself, the space suddenly fluctuated. 5 fire snakes brought him out of this Dharma Treasures space. It was dark outside, and there was almost no light. A destructive force swept over, causing Songshi's body to collapse. He could not help but be shocked. Where is this kid? I'm in the spatial passageway. The outside is filled with chaotic void storms. Next, I'll banish you to the depths of the void. Even if you don't die, don't even think about finding your way back. Vengeful words came out of Sky Demon Saint's mouth. He was actually prepared to banish Songshi into the void. Not to mention the spatial storm that could destroy Dharma treasures. It was very easy for him to lose his direction here. Even immortals and gods can get lost in it. He really had no way to deal with this person, so he could only resort to this. With a fierce push, the Sky Demon Saint threw Stone Statue Song into the chaotic void outside the spatial passageway like getting rid of trash. Instead, Songshi smiled. You did something wrong again. If the Sky Demon Saint had not thrown him out, Songshi would have had no choice but to think of a way to die in order to escape. However, since he had, he would be able to be resurrected back in the Boundless Continent. At that time, he would be in the Boundless Continent, and the Sky Demon Saint would be in a spatial passageway somewhere. Even if he did not die, he would definitely not be able to do anything to this fellow. Now that he was thrown out, he could directly reset the resurrection location and completely kill the Sky Demon Saint. Hey Emph! The Sky Demon Saint struck out with his palm, and Songshi was instantly blasted into the spatial storm. Seeing Songshi being engulfed by the spatial storm, he narrowed his eyes. Could it be that this won't work? No, that's impossible. There's no need for me to doubt myself. The interface passageway was more than 100 times more dangerous than the space on the continent. If the spatial storm on the continent could be compared to a breeze, then the spatial storm here was comparable to a real storm, which was even more terrifying. Songshi did not last long before he was crushed by the spatial storm. Demonic light flickered in the Sky Demon Saint's eyes. As he advanced, he stared at the place where the other party had died and realized that the other party had not revived nearby. Haha, I'm here. Songshi appeared behind him and rushed over. Instead of attacking, he grabbed the Sky Demon Saint. Since you like spatial storms so much, go out and experience it yourself. As he spoke, Songshi forcefully dragged the Sky Demon Saint out of the passageway and into the chaotic storm. I'm going to die with you, Songshi said loudly. Let me go. The Sky Demon Saint was incomparably enraged. This person could not die, perish together my ass. The other party could still be alive and kicking no matter what, but he would be gone after this. He raised his hand to summon the purgatory demonic furnace, but with a clang, he was slapped back a little by Song Shi. This collision brought him deeper into the void. The Sky Demon Saint hurriedly summoned the purgatory demonic furnace's demonic flames. But Song Shi's physical resistance was already very strong after being pierced by the demonic fire many times. Under the envelopment of the flames, he did not immediately turn into ashes. Instead, his skin and flesh were torn apart. Song Shi's divine body was already not much inferior to the Sky Demon Saint's demon body. After he killed the Sky Demon Saint like an octopus, no matter how the Sky Demon Saint suppressed him crazily and burned him with demonic flames, he would not be able to escape the crowd control for a while. A destructive spatial storm swept over. Their dharmic powers and physical bodies were quickly destroyed. At this moment, the purgatory demonic furnace trembled. The artifact spirit regained awareness and realized that Song Shi and the Sky Demon Saint were fighting. It lowered its head to take a look and cried out in anger, "FCAC, you made another hole in me. The two of you are really dogs. Just fight each other like animals do. I don't want to get involved anymore." It forcibly resisted the Sky Demon Saint's control and hid back in the relatively safe spatial passageway to watch the show. The Sky Demon Saint had lost his last trump card, and his expression turned to one of horror. "I will not fight with you anymore. Quickly let me go. I will go back to where I came from, and I promise not to invade your world again."